Hello everyone and welcome to the contingency plan. Sorry I haven't made a video in a while. I took a break, deleted my Facebook account, and just did a lot of thinking. Deleting my Facebook account was one of the best decisions I've ever made. That being said, I used to end all of my videos with a mention of the contingency plan Facebook page. Needless to say, that no longer exists. So this video is in regards to the 5 most important shit hits the fan items you need to have ridiculous amounts of, in my opinion. I'm not including food and water, as those are things you will die without. The 5 items mentioned here you may or may not die without, but they might make your life a little easier in a situation that will basically suck. So in no particular order, let's do this. Medication. Prescription medications are difficult because it's almost impossible to stock up on them unless you take less than is prescribed to you over a long period of time. Even then, you may only be able to add an additional 6 to 12 months to your supply at best, and probably much less. However, there are other medications that you should start stocking up on in large quantities. These include aspirin, Neosporin, Advil or Aleve, isopropyl alcohol, Band-Aids and bandages, hydrogen peroxide, Tums, laxatives, and antibiotics, just to name a few. Antibiotics may be one of the most important medications you can stock up on, and if things go south for long enough, could be one of the most sought-after items in a post-apocalyptic world. Fish moxie is amoxicillin, and the same stuff that requires a doctor's prescription. The good news is you can get this stuff online and in some pet stores or the ones that sell aquarium fish. I don't know what the official title is for those, but you get the idea. Loading up on this may be one of the most important items you could possibly have should things ever go high and to the right. If you ever find yourself in a situation where you need antibiotics, you can thank me then. Firearms. This is a no-brainer, but you'd be surprised how many people aren't down with the cause for whatever reason. Whether it's a moral issue or a spouse that won't allow it, or because they live in a communist state like California, there are more households in America without firearms than you might imagine. There are a lot of guns in the United States, but the numbers are high because many people that do have firearms have lots of firearms. There are many videos about what type of firearm you should have if you only have one. For me, this is also a no-brainer. If you don't have a firearm already, get a shotgun. And get it soon. Again, you can thank me later. Ammunition. Yet another no-brainer. Yes, most people with a firearm or multiple firearms have ammo for it, but do they have enough ammo? The answer to that is no, because you can never have too much ammo. That was a trick question. Remember, we don't know how long a shit hits the fan situation may last, and there's a chance it may be permanent, or at least until after you're dead, which is technically the same thing. Not knowing what sort of environment we will find ourselves in, it's better to be safe than sorry. Stock up on as much ammunition as your budget will allow, plus 10%. I just made that up, but you get the point. Dental items. I don't think this one comes up often enough. Like ammo, you can't have enough toothpaste and dental floss. Again, we have no idea how long this thing could last. Imagine a world without toothpaste. Or at least one where you have to forage for it, and more than likely will come up empty most of the time. Waking up with morning mouth and no toothpaste would suck. If you've ever had a toothache or an abscess or an impacted tooth, you know that these can bring you to your knees and take you out of commission. You're not going to be able to go to the dentist. Dental issues aren't mentioned nearly as much as they should be, in my opinion. We could easily find ourselves back in the 1800s with a boot on our chest and a pair of pliers in our mouth. We can only stock up on as much dental items as possible and hope for the best. Batteries and/or candles. Whether or not whatever takes place happens to destroy the power grid initially, eventually the power will go bye-bye in a true shit hits the fan situation. It might be weeks or months after whatever happens that the power finally goes out for good, but it will happen. If you've ever been in your house at night with the power out, you know just how dark it can get. At first, having candles to see by probably won't be an issue for most people, but what about a year into it? Will you still have whatever resources you need to have light inside? Without getting into the pros and cons of having light to see by inside your residence, the bottom line is at the very least you're going to want light at certain times, and candles and batteries only last so long. The amount of each that most people probably have on hand at any given time may only provide light for several weeks at best. Thank you for watching, and God bless each of you. Peace.